Very good morning, my dear students of class 10th. You please open open your book of drama, Act 4, Scene 1, line number 120. Enter Nerissa dressed like a lawyer's clerk. This is lecture number 4. Duke asks to Nerissa, came you from Padua, from Bellario? Have you come from Dr. Bellario from Padua? Nerissa, yes, both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace. Yes, from Padua and from Bellario. My lord, Bellario sends his greetings to your grace. Presents a letter. Bassanio says, why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly? Bassanio asked to Shylock, why do you sharpen your knife with so attentively, with so much attention? Shylock says, to cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there. To cut, I am sharpening my knife to cut off a pound of flesh that has been promised as per the bond by this bankrupt man. He indicates to Antonio. Gratiano says, not on thy soul, but on thy soul. Here, the meaning of different soul, S-O-L-E, soul, you know, the shoes, the sole of the shoes, and soul, S-O-U-L, soul, Atma, you know. Here it says, not on the soul, but on thy soul, harsh Jew, thou makest thy knife keen. It is not on the sole of your shoe, but on your soul, cruel Jew, that you are sharpening your knife. But no metal can, no, not the hangsman axe bear half the keenness of thy sharp envy. No metal, not even the axe of a hangman, can have half the sharpness of your envy. He asks, can no prayer pierce thee? Can no prayers penetrate your heart? Shylock says, no, none that thou hast wit enough to make. No, none that you are clever enough to make. No, none that you are clever enough to make. No chance. Gratiano says, O be thou damned inexcrable dog, and for thy life let justice be accused. May you be damned, shameless man. Justice ought to be blamed for letting you live. Thou almost makest me waver in my faith to hold opinion with Pythagoras, that souls of animals infuse themselves into the trunks of men. He says, you make me doubt about my religious faith. I am led to be believed. I am led to believe in the theory of Pythagoras, according to which the souls of animals may enter the bodies of men. Thy currish spirit governed a wolf who hanged for human slaughter. Even from the gallows did his fell soul fleet, and whilst that layest in the unhallowed dam, infused itself in thee. Your evil spirit once lived in the body of a wolf who was hanged for killing a man. When he was hanged, his wild soul escaped directly from his body and into the body of your unholy mother, and entered into you when you were still unborn. For thy desires are wolfish, bloody, starved, and ravenous. As for all your desires are wolf-like, bloodthirsty, starved, and hungry. Shylock says, till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond, thou but offend thy lungs to speak so loud. Until your abusive words destroys the legal safeguard from my agreement, you are only hunting your lungs by speaking like this. You are just wasting your time. You are only hurting your lungs. Only you are destroying yourself. Repair thy wit, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for law. Come to your senses, man. O young man, come to your senses, or you will destroy yourself. I am here to claim justice. Duke says, this letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he? This letter, Duke says, this letter from Bellario recommends a young learned lawyer to our court. Where is he? Nessa says, he attendeth here hard by to know your answer, whether you will admit him. He is just, sir, he is just close by. He is waiting for your answer to know whether you will use his services or not. To solve this case, you will use his services or not. He is waiting for that. Duke says, with all my heart, I am ready. Some 3 or 4 of you go, give him courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. With all my heart, 3 or 4 of you escort him here with civil courtesy. Meanwhile, I will have Bellario's letter read to the court. Clerk reads the letter. Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter, I am very sick. Your grace will understand that I am very ill at the time of receiving your letter. However, at the moment, but in the instant that your messenger came in loving visitation, was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. Now you see, students, here it says, however, at the moment your messenger arrived, there was with me on a friendly visit. As I am ill, so for a friendly visit, a friend came here to meet me, a young doctor called Balthazar. Who is young doctor? Name is Balthazar. He came from Rome. I informed him about the nature of the case. I acquainted him with the cause in controversy between the Jew and Antonio. What is the controversy? What is the case between Antonio and the Jew, Shylock? I made him familiar. We turned over many books together. We consulted many law books to understand the case, to solve the case. He is furnished with my opinion. He means here Balthazar. He is aware of my opinion about the case, along with the vast knowledge which bettered with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough commend, comes with him at my importunity to fill up your grace's request in my stead. He says, he is aware of my opinion about the case along with the vast knowledge, the depth of which I cannot praise adequately, sufficiently. Instead of my visit to you, he brings my opinion with him. My opinion. These are my opinions about the case. He brings my opinion with him at my request to carry out your grace's request. In place of me, he is going to solve the case. Balthazar, I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment to let him lack a reverent estimation. Let not his young age make you withhold your highest esteem for him. For I never knew so young a body with so old a head. I have never known a young man with such deep thinking. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation. I request you to accept him and try him. Then it will be seen how much better he is than my praise. His knowledge is beyond my praise. I have no word to praise him. Duke says, you hear the learned Bellario, what he writes, and here I take it is the doctor come. Duke says, you heard what the learned Bellario has written. I think here comes the doctor himself. He is not Balthazar. He himself is Dr. Bellario. And what happens you will study in my video number 5. This was lecture number 4. Thank you so much.